What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more of the Avengers. And once again, big shout out to Paulie for sending this omnibus vinyl, meaning it's like their earliest releases and the one album they released all put into one. And the next track is Open Your Eyes. So it feels like a very punk rock title in the sense that a lot of punk rock is about taking a more critical eye to the culture, politics, society, and conformity of civilization and our individual lives, and to see things through a filter that is, again, more critical and perhaps more human than a lot of what modern life has come to be. So it feels like this might very much be in that vein. It could be on a more limited scale, the idea of, something between people where it's, someone seeing something very wrongly or reading the emotions of the narrator wrongly, to which they might say, open your eyes, it's not what you're thinking. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is a bit more broad than that. Let's give it a listen and see what I can catch. This is the Avengers, and the track is Open Your Eyes, and it's included on this compilation release sent by Paulie. I like that a lot, and I think it was very much what I anticipated in advance. Number one, again, it's got that late 70s, a bit like early 80s feel, so in that regard it's a bit, ahead of its time by a year or two. But yeah, she's saying to someone she has known, I thought you died, but it turns out you just became like all the rest. You started to conform, and you started to, I think she says, like, eat the shit that they're telling you, and it's making your breath stink, which, there's a bit of, like, double level criticism there. But yeah, she seems to be saying that, you're just imbibing all the lies that they're peddling, and you need to open your eyes. And if you did, you'd learn to reject what you're being told to believe. And I think she even takes a shot where it's like, you think, like, if you just get a job with a union, you'll be good and you don't have to worry about being taken advantage of and whatever. But I think she strikes that down too. So yeah, again, the idea that most people and her friend, who presumably grew up with the narrator, he also used to have more rebellious ideas or whatever, but now he's fallen in line and he's basically doing what society expects and believing what the powers that be and the sort of mainstream, what's the right word? Again, like authorities of society and culture and politics want him to do and think. And she's saying, if only you would open your eyes in a more legitimate sense, you'd realize what you've become and you'd reject that. You'd, turn to a more critical and dissident sort of approach to your life and the world around you. So yeah, very much what I was thinking in advance. I do enjoy her voice. She's got a good voice. It's like Penelope something. I'm forgetting the name. Penelope Houston. And yeah, I think she does have a good voice. It's funny going through this and Tilt at the same time. It's a different female voice, but I really do like female fronted punk rock bands. They just have like a good sound, and obviously, the voices will vary, but I do think they both have compelling voices. With in line with the music here, her voice, Penelope, is a bit more raw compared to Tilt, where again, that's more than a decade later, and a slightly different flavor of punk rock. But yeah, I think the Tilt vocals and sound, it's a bit more polished, a bit more, what's the right word, developed, but this works for what it is. Again, it's like that late 70s raw kind of in-your-face punk, and I think her voice fits that perfectly. So once again, shout out to Paulie. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.